Well. First things first. As you can tell, those that have obviously been watching me stream know I've got a new background, guys. I've moved upstairs, changed my setup, and I think I'm gonna upset a few of the people that watch me on YouTube because I know a lot of you guys used to comment and tell me about my staircase and my dining room and my stuff like that. Unfortunately, no more, guys. It's literally just a wardrobe now. There's nothing else in it, but I think it's definitely beneficial for me moving forward. So yeah, I guess for now you're just gonna have to see me and a wardrobe behind me. But yeah, obviously onto the most serious topic. As you can tell by the title of the video, I have finally addressed the scripting, dynamic difficulty, momentum, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna be completely honest as always, guys. When I initially tried making this video a couple of weeks back, I hit a wall. I hit a wall because, and I'll explain further into it. I guess for those that don't know or have been out of the loop, pretty much a guy made a video that which I retweeted saying he's found an official EA patent that pretty much proves that there's some scripting or some momentum or yeah, as I said, whatever you want to call it, that's in the game, right? Obviously, reading this, and I'll show you guys a few points from it. There's some very, very worrying and controversial stuff. They mention how they can adjust the difficulty of a game, and even more worrying, probably the most worrying aspect, they talk about the rubber banding effect, which is where they pretty much literally admit that, say if it's a racing game, they can make your car faster or slower, or obviously if it's a football game in our case, they can make your players faster or slower, or affect their shooting stats, or affect their dribbling stats, or affect God knows what else, right? As well, there's even stuff on the patent that says that they can literally view your account's history, how many games you've played, how good you are, and they can alter the whether it's in-game or off-game in terms of opening packs, for example, affecting your luck, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is reading all the stuff is definitely makes you think, and obviously those that have been playing FIFA for a while kind of know, and I'm gonna tell you guys my opinion on this instead of just addressing every single pattern point, right? Let me tell you guys my personal history with this. So first and foremost, I've never agreed with the scripting, right? The scripting aspect of it, I think the wording is wrong, right? The scripting to me is when you predetermine the result of a game before it even begins. Now, I don't think that's the case because you can fight. Like, it's very, very hard, but you can fight it. So there's not a game where, like, before you go into it, they tell you you're going to lose that and there's nothing you can do. That's technically speaking false because you can fight it. I mean, having said that, there's definitely something in the games, okay? We're not stupid that there's something in the games, and I'll explain even further, right? Because this is an issue that has not, by the way, been going on this year in FIFA 19. You guys know how much I hate FIFA 19, but it's not a FIFA 19 issue. It's an issue that has been going on for years on FIFA, for absolute years, dating back to God knows when. And I'm going to give you guys a personal story of mine, dating back to FIFA 12. I used to post a lot on the official forums back then, right? And it used to be kind of popular, the forums, where, like, yeah, stuff used to happen. It was kind of like the Twitter of right now, if you want to put it like that. So there's literally one day on the forums, the community manager comes on there and been like, ask me anything you want about Ultimate Team. I'll take it to the team and I'll get back to you guys. And I remember so many of those questions were all of the questions that are kind of the same right now, right? 45th minute, 90th minute, literally morale, which at the time, which I still think is in the game. How does it affect blah blah blah. A lot of these type of questions. Yeah, handicap, which definitely at the time more so than now was a thing. Yeah, literally there was several of these questions, right? And everything you can think of was asked. And the community manager pretty much told us that, give me some time. I'll take it back to the team and I'll come back with the answers to end this once and for all. Individual answers, and we'll answer them individually and we'll tackle them. A week passes, nothing. 2-3 weeks, nothing. Whatever. Maybe they're taking their time. 1 month, 2 months pass, nothing. The third month comes, and the thread's not there anymore. The thread was literally pinned like at the top of the forums. It was gone, nowhere to be seen. And they came out with their official statement that handicap, scripted momentum, whatever you want to call it, is not in the game, categorically not in the game. And if you discuss it, if you mention it, you're banned from the forums and you're banned from our whatever. Right? A rule which still stands to this day, and a rule which they enforced again, literally this week. So now EA have sent out, just literally a couple of days ago, which I did not expect. They literally sent out their official statement regarding this patent. And to be honest, guys, I would have rather they have not said anything. I think they fucked up massively here. Massively. Especially here, as I mentioned in my tweet, with this particular wording. I find this so disgusting. And obviously they came out and said it's not in FIFA. It might be in other EA games, and we're supposed to believe that you did not put it in your biggest game. Whatever. As I said, this only just creates more doubts. It only creates more doubts, and I find it shocking, because why would you even want to interfere in this? Why not let that guy face that guy, and you don't interfere? Let them play. The better player wins. End of discussion. That's gaming. That's any competitive sport, any competitive thing. That's what happens. No, but not to these guys. They've always had this sick, twisted idea that they want to keep it as close as possible so no one gets upset, right? So no one gets smashed. I'm not saying it never happens, but literally, that's always been their idea. That's always been their logic. That they're taught that, like, if that guy starts getting beaten way too much or start losing too many games, he's gonna stop and he's gonna quit and he's gonna go play other games. So they want to keep everyone playing their game, thinking that they can't compete when maybe realistically, they're getting help. And again, I find this sickening almost, because me, right, when I go play other games, I've mentioned this before, when I play another game, any other game, I'm probably gonna be shit at it, right? I'm not like Shaz. I'm not good at every single game I play. I'm shit at shooting games, for example. When I go play Fortnite and I get absolutely wrecked, destroyed by someone, right? You think I'm just gonna give up and I'm just gonna quit because I just got wrecked? No, I'm gonna try and get better and better and better. That's how life works. That's how sports works. That's how video games work. But not to these guys. No, they want to help and they want to interfere. They want to interfere in it. And it's the most fucked up thing that I've read. And now that, again, they've sort of acknowledged it. Oh my God, man. And obviously this guys, this is why I initially hit a wall. Because I can't prove it. And I still can't prove it. And as I said, they've literally said it's not in FIFA, so we have to take their word for it. Right? But again, those of us that have played this game know that no, there's something there that is fishy. There's something there that does not quite add up. When you go turn it up in games and there's all of a sudden, boom, some shift, right? I don't know. You get that certain game where you cannot score. You side in the post, missing chances, easy chances. It's not FIFA players being crazy, okay? It's not, as I said, literally, if those that don't know, that never played FIFA, think we're crazy. They think we're going ballistic. They think we're not making sense. But trust me, those that have played this game long enough know. Because I don't see this in other games. I don't. I really don't. I never get help in other games. Sometimes maybe I in a twisted way. Dude, I wish honestly that, like, in some ways, I said I don't want it in, but I wish that, yeah, maybe they do implement it, and I wonder how it feels to be shit at a game and get help. I wonder how it feels like they do on FIFA. I don't want it in. Fuck no. Let me get better on my own, but I just wonder how it feels. And again, this goes back, guys. There's so much fishy stuff, and I'm gonna discuss something which maybe a lot of you guys don't know, which is called Camgate. Right? This happened back in FIFA 16. I remember literally leading up, feeling that something wasn't right. For example, with informed players or with team of the season players back then, that they did not play to their stats. That I preferred using gold players, and it got proven back in FIFA 16 that yes. Some guy managed to prove it by going into, I can't remember exactly what he done, by going directly in the stats and checking the speed and stuff like that, tested it in game. And it turned out to be true that yes, those cards were not getting the boost that this game was telling them to. I don't know, you guys, for example, know like Spendy used to say that he preferred using the 83 Griezmann ahead of the team of the season version or something like that, which literally, technically speaking, makes no sense because this team of the season has every single stat infinitely better, but it was not being the case in game. So people were literally shelling out more coins to get players that were not living up to their stats, the players that literally were not receiving the chemistry boost. And then EA fixed that, and I do think they fixed this, because like literally this year I don't feel it as much the past 2 years as much as I used to, where I still have a phobia, don't get me wrong, of using informed players, because I've went through that, and I remember people thought I was crazy as well. People thought Spendy was crazy about this sort of stuff. That, what are you saying? How can this card that has better stats does not actually play better? But it was the case, it was proven. And the same thing over here is the same logic, and this one though is more complicated, because this one maybe will never get proven. But the fact that they even brought this up and they brought out a line like that makes me sick, and it makes no sense. And obviously, guys, it's a controversial subject. I'm not saying it's not an easy subject to discuss, because we could be wrong, but I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. And I do kind of want to challenge more of what, people are going to say I'm attacking or shit like that again. But I really would like to challenge a lot more of the other content creators to start discussing these controversial subjects, because that's the only way we're going to tackle this properly. I know Nick Run the Foot Market made a couple of videos about this. Again, I'm not saying it's not controversial. I'm not saying it's not an easy subject to discuss, because I hit a wall myself when I initially tried to discuss this. But we have to try and use our experience. If you've played enough games, you know what you're talking about. You have to trust your gut instinct, your judgment. Again, as I said, people will say you're making stuff up, you're a bad loser. But as I said, I've never seen anything like that in any other games. I've never seen it. So whatever the outcome ends up happening, I just want to challenge these guys to start tackling this. Grow a pair of balls, start discussing these subjects. It's the only way we're going to move forward.